The Epstein files are giving us the opportunity of a lifetime, and here's why. We are being given a first row seat to the grand reveal of the truth of how our planet has been operated and managed this entire time, and how we have been indoctrinated into a system that is built on keeping our consciousness locked under lower states of vibration. This is all about energy, and the powers that control our planet, the powers that were, I should say, are well aware of how to manipulate energy, how to perform rituals, how to use incantations, prayer, on a mass scale. And they have known this the entire time. Epstein files are the door opener to disclosure. What's happening right now is disclosure, because the people are realizing that there's a lot more going on our planet than anyone would really care to realize. This is ontological shock at its finest. And this is distraction, and this also is a psyop, because it is intentionally happening right now to make us freak out and to make us panic. But what we have the option to do right now is to take the power back into our own hands. What are we going to do with this information? This is the decision point. This is the choice point, the nexus point. If you think of it like quantum physics, we are on a planetary grid right now, lines of latitude and longitude. There are all these different timelines that exist, going like this and going like this. Which one are we going to choose? Because up until this point, it's been chosen for us. Now is our opportunity to choose what timeline we're moving forward on. What is the future that we are going to build together? And we cannot build the future that was always meant for us. The original humanity template, the original Sophia Christos template. We cannot restore that until and unless we learn the truth about our origins, our history, and who the hell we really are. This is so important. I cannot even put it into words. We were robbed. Our children were robbed. It was never about life preservation. It was never about saving babies. It was always about feeding the supply. Babies are supply, especially when used in conjunction with ritualistic prayer or incantations. What is prayer and what are incantations? Quantum technology. Spoken words into the ether, into the quantum field, carry the vibration of truth. They carry the capability of manipulating the holographic reality around us, which the powers that be, the families and institutions that have been running this world for centuries, are well aware of. They know how to manipulate energy. They know how this works. How do you think they maintained wealth and power this entire time? By keeping us unaware of what's going on, by keeping us unaware of how to do this. You have to work for the system. You get trained. You get actually a big training in how to work for the system. It starts at a young age, and it's called school. Look at how billionaires are educated. Those schools, they have nothing to do with the schools of the general population. It is a much different rhetoric. They are learning different principles. They are learning about themselves. They are learning how energy works. They are learning how consciousness works. We were never taught this. I'm not even going to say half. I think most of the population is unaware of what the pineal gland is. And this is a serious problem, because you don't even understand how you're being enslaved if you don't even understand your power center. Your pineal gland has been being calcified through the water you drink, through the toothpaste you use, and through the content you consume, through the frequencies that you are unaware that you are consuming. And it has been happening this entire time. Your pineal gland is the gateway to your higher consciousness, to accessing your power, to accessing your Christ potential, your Christ consciousness, higher densities of consciousness. New Age community calls this 5D. It's a higher density of consciousness, not a higher dimension. We're staying in the third dimension, but we're moving into a higher density. That is what is happening here. If we don't understand that we were stunted, our growth was stunted at a young age as a species, then we can't fully understand who we are and what we're here to build together, because we're just going to keep repeating the same karmic loops and generational cycles. We're here to break them now. And actually, the tables have turned. It's too late now. That system is falling. It is crumbling to the ground. And we are going to build from the ashes the future that was always meant for us to create, because we are healing. We are healing generations worth of trauma, of locked states of consciousness, of imprisonment, of enslavement. We are done. The war is over. The war is over. But it is up to us to end it once and for all here on the surface. It is up to us to take the power back into our own hands. There is a mass generational wealth transfer taking place right now. And it is no coincidence that this is happening at the same time as the consciousness revolution, because this is a transfer, a return of power and wealth back into the hands of the people who are here to build what the New Age community might call the New Earth. That's what we're watching happen right now. This is the crumbling of Hollywood, the crumbling of the economic system as we know it. It's not a market collapse. That's not meant to happen. We're not meant to experience anything like that. The system itself was built for events that would cause market collapse so that the billionaires and the ultra wealthy could profit off of those market collapses. The whole thing's been engineered this entire time, and the Epstein files are revealing all of this. You have to read between the lines here, guys. There is so much more going on beneath our surface around the entire world, and there's a lot that's been happening in our skies as well. Now is the time for us on the surface to realize and remember the truth of this, and to take matters into our own hands. So what are you going to do with this information? How are we going to come together and have more conversations about this? Because we need this knowledge. Yes. I mean, everyone is becoming aware of this, but it's a whole other thing to implement. What are we going to build from this? How are we going to heal together? And how are we going to help each other? How are we going to accept each other for our differences now and come together? Because we have been programmed to fight each other this entire time. We've been programmed to look at your neighbor and to judge them and find something wrong with them. How do we reclaim our sovereignty in this? How do we stand up to the system? That's what we're being asked to do right now. That's the real reason that this is happening right now. It's not meant to be a distraction. They want it to be, but we're not going to let it be.